Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Kimberly here, and I would like to welcome you to Rise and Shine, the first of four messages I'd like to share with you over the course of the month of October. So I'll come on just like this every Sunday, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern, do the math anywhere in between. But today, for our first message, I'm going to start with a simple, very important point. In all of the thousands upon thousands of years that have passed, there has never been another you. And in all of the thousands of years yet to come, there will never be another you. So I do truly believe that this life and that you are a miracle. So let's define miracle. Like what is a miracle? Sometimes we kind of throw that around a bit. So definition, I looked it up for you. A miracle is an extraordinary event in the physical world that surpasses all known human or natural powers and is therefore attributed to a supernatural cause or considered as a work of divine power. So what my statement is the fact that you, uniquely you and me, and you, and you, and you, and you, we are divinely created. And so miracle is basically something that happens that is so unlikely, it's thought to be impossible for us to do it ourselves as humans. So there must be divine intervention. Hi, Mary Rose. And so based on that idea that you are a miracle, I am a miracle, I wanted to throw out that scientists have actually said that the chances of you, the odds of you being born, you, uniquely you being born, are about 1 in 400 trillion. Wrap your mind around that for a moment, because I needed a moment the first time I heard that. The chances of you, uniquely you, being here in this life, about 1 in 400 trillion. I did a little more research, and guess what I found? That's a bit of a low ball. But first, I want to share with you a theory that was put out from the Buddhists through Buddhism. So here it is. Imagine, wrap your mind around this one. Imagine there was one life preserver thrown somewhere in some ocean, and there is exactly one turtle in all of the oceans of the world swimming underwater somewhere. The probability that you came about and exist today is the same as that one turtle sticking its head out of the water in the middle of that life preserver on one try. That's huge. So traditionally, scientists have said that 1 in 400 trillion, those are the odds of you being here. Well, Dr. Ali Benazir, hope I said that right, Benazir, he's an author, Harvard graduate, multiple TED speaker. He took the time to do the actual math, and he drew a conclusion that's been published in multiple places, Huffington Post, Business Insider. There's a really cool infographic actually on businessinsider.com if you want to look it up. But here's what he concluded. So I made sure to write this down to share with you as well. So you being here, it's the probability of 2.5 million, so roughly the size of Chicago. So like 2.5 million people getting together to play a game of dice using trillion-sided dice. They each roll the dice and they all come up with the exact same number. He finishes with saying, so the odds that you exist at all are basically zero. So if scientifically the odds are basically zero, that means that we are miracles. We are divinely inspired. And so you being here is a miracle. Let's begin with that. Let's begin this journey with a statement of fact. You are a miracle. I am a miracle. And if you want to know why am I bringing this up, it's because, I decided to call this series Rise and Shine. I shared once before, I'll share again. All while growing up, our beautiful mama used to wake my brothers and I up in the morning by saying, rise and shine. And if you can't shine, rise anyway. Now, when I was younger and wanting to sleep in, I found that not only silly, but extremely annoying. I'm just like, Mom, go away, pillow over the head. No. But what's interesting is that as I grew into my adult years, continued to stay in my mind, as many of my mom's extremely wise, wiser than she even realizes, quotes and sayings would kind of stay with me. I really started to translate that phrase into my day-to-day life. Rise and shine. If you can't shine, rise anyway. And it started to occur to me that in the most challenging times of my life, when I didn't feel like shining, I didn't feel like, getting up and being sparkly for the world, but if I could just choose, if I could just commit to beginning to rise, to beginning to get back up when I felt knocked down or when I fell, then in the rising, we begin to give ourselves permission or learn again or whatever needs to happen. We begin to be able to shine again. It's like the act of rising gives us the ability to shine once again. That's why I decided to call this Rise and Shine. That's why I have that on my wall. It's to always remind me of my mother's words, rise and shine. And if you can't shine right in this moment, that's okay. Rise anyway. And so with that, with the idea that this is all about getting back up. I believe truly with all my heart that we were born to rise, to adapt, to evolve, to experience joy. My philosophy has always been based on that old Zen proverb, fall down 7 times, get up 8, you win. But before we decide, as tough as this year has been, before we can decide to get back up, we must firmly decide that life is worth getting back up for. That's why I wanted today's simple message to be around the miracle of this life, the fact that this life is a gift, the miracle of you, the fact that you are a gift. This big, brilliant, beautiful life that we get, with all of its challenges and hardships and obstacles, it really is a gift, and it's up to us to make the most out of it. And the sooner I believe we can make the wise choice of digging as deep as we need to dig to start to connect with a sense of appreciation for this life and for the fact that we're here and get to experience it, the sooner we'll have a strong enough foundation that will allow us to begin to make the brave choice to rise. So in the coming weeks, we're going to talk about how we can honor the miracles that we are, given the fact that we are that, and how we can perhaps shift our perspective, get up, dust ourselves off, and take some positive steps toward the future, improving our day-to-day experience, and then just ultimately make the most out of the miracles we are and the gift that life is, that has been finally placed in our care. So short, sweet, that's what I had to share with you today. Just that simple message for us to be able to create a foundation. And I will be back with you again next Sunday at this time. Danielle, hi, sweetheart. Thanks for jumping on. Thank you for jumping on with me live. I really, really appreciate it. Whether you are on live or you catch this later, please let's keep this conversation going. If the message resonates for you, let me know in the comments. If you have a question or something you want to add, like Mary Rose added, agree, we are, for me, God's miracle, each and every one of us. And if you feel inspired to do so, please do share the messages as they come your way as well. So the conversation continues to expand. It's one we need to have right now. We really need to have right now. So you are a miracle. This life is a gift. Dig in for whatever, in whatever way you need to reconnect with an appreciation for that. Because if you're going to get back up from all the challenges that 2020 has thrown our way, you're going to need to firmly decide that this life you're living right now is worth getting up for. I believe it is. I'm here to tell you it is, but that means nothing if you don't believe it for yourself. So hopefully this inspires you to ponder on that a bit. hopefully it resonates and you make that decision. And I'll look forward to being back with you next week, and we'll carry on the conversation with some additional topics related, but expanding further. So until our paths cross again, just please know that I am sending you much, much love. Take care.